In this video, we're going to take a look at the breakup between Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo. Yes, insert your Taylor Swift song here. We're never getting back together. No, we won't do that due to copyright. By the way, congratulations Tay-Tay and Travis Kelce. But we will take a look at this. Previously, we took a look at Hayley Van Lith breaking up with Jeff Walls and who won that breakup. And we will actually revisit that in this video as the two intertwine between the Miles and Hannah Hidalgo breakup. Before we start, if you enjoy the content, then please consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like. Now, last year I was doing a video around this time trying to figure out if Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles, if their games could work together. I had concerns that it would look like James Harden and Russell Westbrook. But what do you know? Back to Sports looked like they were totally wrong. As surprising to me, Hannah Hidalgo found a three-point shot. In the previous 3 seasons in college, she had never shot over 30% from three. On her return, she was on a heater from the three-point line, shooting 40% on 5.3 attempts per game. And all of a sudden, this combo that I thought would look like James Harden and Russell Westbrook, no, it looked like James Harden and Chris Paul. Much like how the Rockets couldn't get to the championship getting past Golden State, 0 for 27. Are you kidding me? Notre Dame could not get past the Sweet 16, and after their loss to TCU, it was clear that changes were coming as they had a senior-dominated team with Maddie Westbeld, Sonia Citron, and Olivia Miles. I think it was assumed that all would go to the WNBA, and that was the case for Citron and for Westbeld, but surprisingly, Olivia Miles decided that she was going to stay in college basketball. But even bigger twist, she announced on TNT that she was transferring to TCU. And well, everybody loves the drama, and this was a case of let's speculate, and is there drama behind the scenes? Did Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles not get along? Further fueled by a 5 emoji tweet sent by Miles. What did it mean? Nobody knew, but everybody was happy to speculate on it until we were set right by Olivia Miles saying on Instagram Live that she was fine and there was no beef and we were all wrong for over speculating.
Happy, thank you. You and Hannah go? Yeah, we're fine. We are perfectly fine, y'all. There is no beef. There's literally no beef. Like, y'all are creating out of thin air. And to address my tweet, y'all kind of took it and ran with it. My intention behind, I don't have to explain this, but my intention behind it was just like, there's a lot going on. But y'all took it and ran with it, so.
Did we? Well, that's to be determined. We'll look at this video later. So what is the most likely reason why Olivia Miles wanted to leave or transfer out of Notre Dame? In my opinion, my humble opinion, and you can disagree with this or not, but I think Olivia Miles was tired of being second fiddle. And if she was to return to Notre Dame, she would be second fiddle once again. Because Hannah Hidalgo, her numbers, look at them, 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, an effective field goal shooting percentage of 51%. But as well, her usage rate, 30%, which puts her at 97th percentile in the country. And to be clear, Olivia Miles' numbers weren't bad at all. 15 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists, an effective field goal shooting percentage of 57%. Her usage rate, though, was 20.8%. Now, I said those numbers weren't bad. Those numbers are really, really good, but they're not Hannah Hidalgo's numbers, and I wonder if this is the Superman effect. And by this, I mean how Superman was frustrated when he was a kid because he had to hide all of his talents and skills.
I mean, every time I get the football, I can make a touchdown.
That's for sure.
Every time.
Yeah.
I mean, is it showing off and somebody's doing the things he's capable of doing? Is
No.
a bird showing off when it flies?
No.
And well, Olivia Miles has this great three-point shot, and she wants to show it off and be the superstar that she knows she can be, and she's not going to be able to do that with Hannah Hidalgo, who had a usage rate of 31% her freshman year and 30% last year when playing with Miles. When Olivia Miles was playing on her own, her freshman and sophomore year, she was allowed to have the ball in her hands at 23.9% and 24.5% her sophomore year. And no, during last season's Sweet 16 game versus TCU, I don't think Mark Campbell was passing her note saying come to TCU. But if he was, I'm sure the note would say something like, come here, we'll put the ball solely in your hands and make you a superstar. Look what I did for Hayley Van Lith. Kim Mulkey tried to kill off her WNBA career, putting her on Caitlin Clark. Not cool, Kim. And I was able to save her career by giving her the ball with a usage rate of 27% and running her on repeated pick and rolls with Sedana Prince. Come to TCU, we'll build around you through the portal, and I will set you up to be the #1 player drafted in the WNBA draft in 2026. The other thing that Mark Campbell did was he allowed Hayley Van Lith to win the breakup with Jeff Walz. Before that, they were both losers, as Walz went out in the first round versus Tennessee State. And although LSU and Hayley Van Lith went to the Elite Eight with LSU, she was still a loser because in the second round, she sat out the start of the second half versus Middle Tennessee State, benched by Kim Mulkey. But the following year, Mark Campbell not only set up Hayley Van Lith to knock out Jeff Walz once again in the first weekend, he also set her up to be showcased during the tournament, which allowed her to be drafted in the first round by the Chicago Sky. Incidentally, it is all full circle, and it gives Back to Sport a chance to take another whack at Chicago Sky. If Miles goes into the WNBA draft in 25, then the Sky probably don't make the awful Ariel Atkins trade if they could do it over again. Oh, if we could go back in the DeLorean in the time machine. And speaking of the DeLorean time machine, it will be interesting to look back at the end of the year and see if Miles made a mistake by returning to College 1 and transferring to TCU. I think the transfer to TCU is smart. Returning to college, I'm not sure, because I think she would have been the #3 draft pick. She risked injury by going back to college this year, although with the garbage WNBA contracts, they're not guaranteed, so it really doesn't make that big of a difference. I'm not sure how much she will make in NIL. I think the big thing for her is proving yet once again that she can hit the outside shot. If she does that, then her draft stock will continue to rise, and it will be a compelling race to see who gets drafted #1. Is it AZ Fudd, Lauren Betts, or Olivia Miles? Now, on the other side of this, Hannah Hidalgo. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Olivia Miles came out and said there was no beef as well. Hidalgo said she wished Miles the best, but then these two happened to meet at a WNBA preseason game played between the Aces and Wings at Notre Dame. And I think the fairest way to describe their conversation was intense. Only if that lady with the cell phone would have gotten there a little bit sooner, we might have known what was discussed, but it definitely looked intense. Now, my hope and how I envision it is that Hannah Hidalgo told Miles, get out of my house, go down to TCU, eat your Tex-Mex and barbecue, and we're going to get you in the first round. And beware, Olivia Miles, as Hannah Hidalgo in these one-on-one matchups can be a killer. She's taken a lot of scalps. Juju Watkins at USC. In addition, she got paged twice at UConn. She lives for these matchups, and I'm just hoping the NCAA gives us that in the first 2 rounds. Hopefully, we'll be able to see Notre Dame and TCU square off. Now it's over to you. What do you think? Do you think Miles has left Notre Dame so she could get more ball and display her skills as well when these two match up? Who do you have your money on? And do you think it was a good decision by Miles to transfer out of Notre Dame to go to TCU and to return to college basketball? All your thoughts, your comments, all welcome, including your poison. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.